Sharpie fuels the flame. Trading charts is not a game. Pip by pip, he stacking high. Mean reversion banks comply. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run. Candles lit, wicks on fire, spread so tight the stakes get higher. Institutional flow, he's the supplier. Positions held till charts retire. Data feeds, news he reads, Fibonacci maps to see. Supply demand his mind exceeds. Trades ignite like lightning speed. Stop loss tight, take profit wide. Least precision, unmatched drive. Liquidity pools, banks coincide. Retail's blind, leads the guide. Charts unfold, the stories told. Entry bold, accounts in gold. Trade by trade, the wins are sold. Market alchemy, legends mode. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Afternoon. How are you all doing? Happy Monday. Sorry, got completely confused as to what day I was on and everything. So suddenly went, markets opened, and I forgot I hadn't started the stream. Anyway, how are we doing, Marco? Afternoon, Plowman, Chris, Mumo, Meh. How are we doing, Fletch, David? Banger intro. Yes, it is. I do like that track. It's very good. I had it on in the car the other day. Is that good? Sad, isn't it? Right. We are open. We are running. DAX today, very clean break today. We had the members stream this morning. We traded this morning. It was touch and go whether it was going to stop out. Stop was about there basically this morning, but clean break to the downside on the 10-minute range, straight to TP1. It got very close actually to ADR, but pulled back and took the second part off there. So nice, decent profit this morning on that. And we will see where we go with this afternoon's indices. So Friday was dead, absolutely terrible. I basically took a 57 loss on Friday just to get out, basically, because it didn't move, did it? So Thursday was obviously Thanksgiving. Friday, markets were dead as a doornail. So we've got 2 days backlog of decent sized orders, I would hope. So I'm hoping we get some decent movement at the open today. There's plenty of room. If we look at where we are with these at the moment, obviously that's Friday. We had an early close Friday, obviously. Sorry, that's 27th, 28th. Yeah, that's Friday. Obviously, we had all these issues with the CME feeds and stuff as well. It's been a bit of a nightmare last couple of days on the indices. But so, yeah, we are basically flat in Globex today from where we were on Wednesday last week. So this could go anywhere today. We could break to the upside. We could break to the downside. Obviously, it can do anything it wants to. But this is the first day, really, where we've got some proper price action potentially to come in. So we might get some decent movements today, but we will see where we go. Those 5-minute ranges are going in at the minute. We just got 1 minute left just to see where they open and see if we've got any ranges that are within range. No. Okay, so that one up there, range size 650, 812 is what we need. So none of these 5-minute ranges are big enough to trade. So we'll come back and look at those for the 10-minute ranges. The news today, we had Ueda speaking this morning, didn't really do much. We've got PMIs at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we've been massively delayed on data. So I'm hoping that we actually get some volume coming in off this data as well. So just bear that in mind. Obviously, whatever we do at the open, this is coming in half an hour. So we may well just sit around a bit and wait for that news to come. So it could be a choppy open, but we'll see where we go. We're breaking down on gold, trying to break up on the Dow, and Nasdaq's kind of sideways. FX wise, not a lot going on in FX at the minute. There's a few ADRs on the yen pairs, so we've had quite a lot of strength coming in this yen. We covered this in the members stream a little bit this morning. Those interest rates are going up on the Japanese yen in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I think it's the 19th. Yeah, 19th. The rates are going to change. Likely we're going to get another 0.25% on the yen. Market tends to make its moves 2 to 3 weeks before a news event. It starts to gradually power up into it. And as you can see, all these yen pairs today, we've had some movement to the upside for the yen. So everything coming down against the yen. So this could be it. This could be the start of that strength into the yen. So you got CAD yen extended on ADR. So potentially, that's just reversed. There we go. So there's your 5-minute reversal just gone in there. So that's your reversal. Be nice if it came back down and retested. Mind you, it did retest there, didn't it, really? So you've kind of got your retest there. So potentially that could pull back after that big drop today. The pound yen was the same. That was, I thought that was 125 ADR, the pound yen. No, it didn't. It was US dollar yen, wasn't it? So we got that reversal there, but we didn't go anywhere. We've just basically stalled out on that one. So we are holding. You've had a reversal on this a couple of times down here now. So it did reverse there. Then we put a new low in. We got a reversal alert here. Then we put a new low in. We've got a reversal alert here. So these are just ever such gradual lower lows going in, meaning you get multiple reversal alerts, but they're all reversing roughly in the same area. And we've now got a higher high gone in. A higher low and a higher high. So that's your last reversal. Then we've put in a higher low, higher high. So potentially this could be the start of the pullback on this one as well. Obviously, CAD yen's already started to go. US dollar yen's 125 ADR. You've had a reversal on this. Oh no, that is I thought we had one on this. No, we didn't. Okay, so that's the first reversal alert today. Double bottom, lovely W pattern there. So pushing back up. So that's a nice little entry. 15 minutes. Could retest, but yeah, it's got plenty of pullback. So watch this area here. So we pushed back down and then we came back down and retested and then we pushed through in market structure. So somewhere around here, potentially, you're going to find some upside resistance. So nice quick scalps in and out. And you've also got US dollar Swiss, which is bouncing off of ADR dramatically at the open. No reversal alert on that one, though. So there's your ADR reversals. RSIs is lit up today. We looked at this morning in the member stream. There was hardly anything lit up, but we've got some good movement now, and it's mainly these ADRs that we've had today. So US dollar yen is now extended down just about to the 20 level on the hourly. 4 hourly, we also got you way down below 20. So as we know, the 80-20 4 hours are very reliable patterns. Yen's not quite as reliable because obviously they tend to be a carry trade. So the buys tend to be a hell of a lot more reliable than the sells, but you've got a buy signal there. So, you know, if this is going to reverse and market structure is going to go in, we're looking for a pullback into there and then continue to the downside. We've also got the US dollar Swiss on the hourly extended. So that was just, you couldn't get into this. It's far too quick. US dollar CAD, Swiss yen's just hit ADR as well. So more manipulation on the yen. US dollar CAD, that's a 4-hour RSI. Yeah, it's not great, that one either. New Zealand dollar, US dollar also extended to the upside. That's a nice extension. And you've got divergence there. So we've got divergence to the upside at propulsion. And we're looking for a profit take move on that leg there. So from all that move, we're looking for a pullback. So wait for a reversal alert on that one. 15 minutes about to trigger. Your 5 probably already has. Yeah, 5 triggered right up at those highs. So that looks pretty good for a short. New Zealand US 4-hour RSI extension with divergence. Pound yen is also extended on the hourly. So there's a buy there. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. Just below the 30 level though, so not a great signal. And euro US dollar not particularly strong either to the upside. That's already started to reverse. 5-minute reversal is just about to go in, look. So you're just about to get that break. And then if that does go, so we're going to need some strength in the dollar really to make all of these work. And Aussie US as well. Same with that one. You're going to need some strength in that dollar. That's a 4-hour RSI extension to the upside. Sorry, something tickling my nose. It's probably this thing. So yeah, lovely moves to the downside. So we've got this little high, this accumulation, that propulsion move there. 125 ADR to the downside. Potentially got 175 on that Aussie US. So very nice extension there potentially as well. See how we're getting on. So we are short. God, this is twitchy today, isn't it? So short gold, short NASDAQ, long Dow. That's a good mix, isn't it? Okay. So let's look at where we're potentially going on these. So Dow Jones long break. Partial is up here. Obviously, we're out. We're going into sort of new recent high territory. So if we do break long and we break last week's high, which is there from Wednesday. So if we break Wednesday's high, we're off from running. So that should be pretty easy to hit if it continues. NASDAQ downside. Look at that. Shocking data. Somebody got fired. Globex low is obviously your potential support. We've then got Wednesday's low and this previous high here. So this previous high, which was a double top, which we broke through, we haven't retested that yet. So that's your potential downside target. So that's easily achievable today as well. Upside, obviously, will just go wherever we go. And gold. Weird connection problems today as well. I don't know if you can hear my terminals boinging in the background, but so yeah, that's short. That's quite a big range we've got today. So 1,044 was the minimum. The actual range size was 2248, which is just shy of 40%. So we're around about 35% of ADR on that 10-minute range. So quite a lot of volume coming in today. So 50% retracement on that is a stop out. So the target's actually quite close. So the Globex low is there. Not sure how much I trust this Globex low today. What's going on with all the data and everything, but yeah, it's not a bad target to the downside if it breaks. So got that little resistance there, which we retested a couple of times. So we know that's a decent level, and there or there for downside targets. So we'll see where we go. Plenty of room in both directions. But the fly in the ointment today is obviously those numbers coming out at 3 o'clock. So if this market is just going to go into rotation for half an hour, we're just going to stop out on these, unfortunately. But we'll see if we get any volume and any follow through. Right. Anybody got any FX pairs they want to look at specifically? I went through all FX pairs in the members group this morning, which we're now going to do. Just full analysis on everything, but I've been through everything that's RSI and ADR extended. So those are your opportunities from position trading perspective. This is the current position trader account. nothing much to report really. I've just got singles on everything at the moment. So Dow Jones got longs on, shorts on, one single short on Dow at the moment. Same with the S&P. Have a single short on that, which is in profit at the moment. Euro CAD have a long on Euro CAD, which is, didn't set a TP on this morning, did I? Gonna let that one run, I think. Somewhere up near those highs. Euro New Zealand, single long on that one. Again, propulsion target to the upside. I've got the target already in on that one. There's a big propulsion gap there. New Zealand dollar CAD short, just singles, all singles at the moment, because everything literally, we covered again in the members room this morning, the markets have just been doing that or that for the last 6 weeks. So literally, it's virtually impossible not to bank everything. Everything is just going to target within a couple of trades. So there's very little. You see pound CAD had a couple on, but I mean, there's very little that's got into more than a couple of positions. It's just been going up and down, which is lovely. US dollar CAD also have single on that one, long at the moment. And US dollar yen, first long taken on that one. So that's that pullback, which might try 125 ADR pullback on that, which is a 61.8 retracement on the leg. See where we go. But obviously that one potentially has got more downside on it. So there we go. Not a lot else really to discuss. Bloody hell, look at that. Okay, NASDAQ stopped out, flip long. Wow. Dow's long. Gold's pulling back as well. Very whippy market at the moment. Very whippy. This could be one of those days today. See where we go. 5, 10, 15, 20 minute range. So that's your 30-minute range on gold at the moment in case that stops out. We haven't actually got a lot of room on that. I think that might actually be above 2827. Yeah, so if this stops out here, we won't be taking another short on gold because that is 40%. That's over 40. There you go, stopped out. So that's over 40% of ADR. So it's not worth trying another short on that, because for us to hit a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, the market's got to move 80% of its average daily range in the afternoon session, which is tough asking. So there won't be any more shorts on gold today, but if it does decide to flip long, we'll go long with it. But the ranges are too big and whippy today. I was expecting some big movement, but not really that big. That's going to stop out as well, that NASDAQ look. What a mess. What a messy open. But we got PMIs in 10 minutes. So we'll see how we get on with those PMIs. In manufacturing. Let's have a look at what the recents are. We did look at this morning, but yeah, pretty bearish numbers. Let's see how we get on with the indices with these. Yeah, so when that news comes out at 3 o'clock, we will probably get a decent, on the indices, we'll probably get a decent leg out of it. So could be looking at sort of an hour's worth of solid movement, but we'll see where we go, see what the news comes out at. Dow's off. A long way to go to target on that one. So anybody got any pairs I want to look at? Anything else to discuss today? So the new live streams, for those that don't know, well, you do know because you're here, but the live calendar's changed now. So I'm just doing 2 streams a week now, just Mondays and Fridays. So Mondays we have the members session in the morning, and then this one here, and then Fridays is going to be a DAX session, 8 o'clock on YouTube. So we'll trade the open of the DAX on Friday. So we get 1 London, 1 New York each. And the members stream will then be the New York session in the afternoon on Friday, and just rinse and repeat. And then members will get other streams squeezed in the week when we have other content to cover, basically. But yeah, so that's the new live schedule. No other news today so far. Cyber Monday today. We've had Starmer speaking this morning, basically just trying to bolster up the budget. There's really no other news today. The weekend as well, very, very quiet over the weekend news-wise. Nothing particularly happened. We've got an OPEC freeze potentially on oil, again for the next quarter. So if you look at oil at the moment, we were looking at this area here, which was the $60 a barrel. We don't like to trade below $60 a barrel, and this is exactly where we are at the moment. So market is holding this area, but because we've got that freeze, basically what OPEC have come out and said over the weekend is we're going to freeze the production limits, basically, so that we don't overproduce. And obviously, as long as the demand remains the same, by freezing those production rates, obviously the supplies will gradually diminish, which will gradually bolster this price back up again. So what they're trying to avoid is dropping below this $55 to $60 a barrel area, which is where, you know, we just don't like to trade. The oil companies just don't like it. It's uneconomical to produce at these levels. It's not uneconomical. They still make money, obviously, but this is the sweet spot, $60 a barrel plus. So that, I think, is what OPEC are trying to do, is just to keep that price propped up at the moment. So I'd be looking really for long opportunities gold. We've just had a reversal off that news as well. So it does look good for longs. So wait for sort of RSI extensions to the downside and just keep buying those up would be the plan. But obviously, conflict could kick off at any time. That will send it through the roof anyway. Right. NASDAQ, we're out the highs. So NASDAQ targets will be this weird price action in Globex this morning at 440, which was basically 240 this morning. We had this, I've no idea what that is, but a 212 point spike. So yeah, ignore all of that price action and ignore all of this price action from last week as well. Resistance wise is non-existent. We're basically there. So this is really what I would class as most recent resistance. This high here from Wednesday last week. So we're basically at that now. If we crack that high, we've got plenty of room to the upside to run. So we'll see how we get on there. If pound odd. Not really doing anything at the minute, is it? Just ambling along sideways. So most recent structure break to the downside. You got propulsion targets down here to aim for. Also got propulsion targets up here. Difficult to call. Could go either way, couldn't it? I'd wait for that to actually move before you get into it because it's not doing anything. If you've been in it at any point really in the last few weeks, you're out because it's just been going up and down and up and down and up and down. So you'd have had opportunities to get out really. Nothing much going on. Yeah, I mean, the only real signals we've had is shorts there, longs there, shorts there. Nothing much else really to do on that one. Aussie New Zealand coming down nicely. So out of all of that ages ago on the pullback, but yeah, where will this go next? That's the question. So I reckon we've got a good shot at testing that monthly low now. So the structure's really clean on it to the downside. Break was nice. So we've got the reversal alert and the retest. There's your M pattern. Market structure. So look for a push back up into this propulsion from last week, then continuation back down and test this area here, which is the previous monthly low. That's what I would reckon. If you stick a fib on that, and we're looking at a 38 retracement. Depending where you measure it from, you know, if you want to measure it from the most recent low before that high got broken there. So that is your market structure. Break to the upside. Use that one, 38. Whichever way you look at it, it's roughly a 38 retracement. So it's either going to pull back and then continue, or we are just going to undo this move. Who knows which way it's going? About to get a reversal alert on the 4 hour, which will take you up into propulsion. So watch this area here for rejection back down. Could even just butt into these weekly lows and just basically accumulate down here, and this propulsion gap holds and just goes down from there. Yeah, but you know, very obvious strength in the New Zealand dollar at the moment, isn't there? If you look at all the New Zealand pairs, all took off last week on the news when the interest rates went down to 2.25. New Zealand dollar took off. It's opposite what you would normally expect. You would expect a drop in the New Zealand dollar when the interest rate drops, but the New Zealand dollar doesn't do the same as everything else. Never has. Always does something completely whatever the hell it wants. So I think these will all undo gradually. Nasdaq struggling at the highs. So we got into that resistance, upside resistance. That's Wednesday's high that's being sold off at the moment. Dow Jones moving up. Morning from Arizona. Morning, Hamza. Yeah, so this Dow, that's last week's high from Wednesday, which is this propulsion move. This whole move here, difficult to call where this propulsion gap started really, but I mean, that's really where the propulsion move started. This whole thing is one massive propulsion gap up to 125 ADR. So at any point in here, we could hit a brick wall moving up. If the sellers are still interested in shorting this, obviously this whole area is shorts. So tricky one, Dow. We looked at this morning, but it's broken down nicely. So you've got your reversal alert. This is the retest of the reversal alert. So if this is an M pattern reversal before we go into a bear market in December, this is really where we should start looking for those short orders to come in, which is obviously exactly where we are now. Look at it on the 4-hour time frame. It's this massive propulsion move to the downside. Look here, that whole lot is where we turned tail and ran. So this whole area here is going to be full of sell orders. So you've got 150 ADR roughly of sellers. If the buyers are going to take this back into all-time highs, you've got to bat through that lot, which is not easy. So obviously we are extended as well at the moment. So upside is tricky on the Dow today. We've got an inside bar forming on the Dow. There's the news come out. Let's have a quick look at what those PMIs are. 48.2. So it's down, negative dollar, which is bullish index. So not massive though, is it? It's pretty much the same as forecast. So 48.2 on a 48.7. So it's not far off at all. So no big deviation on that. PMU. So average differential is 0.7. And we've got a 0.5, so it's well within averages. So I'm not surprised there's not a big movement off the back of that. But that Dow's really rejecting that area, look. NASDAQ feed has frozen. Yeah, NASDAQ feed's frozen on multiple accounts. Has anybody else got a NASDAQ freeze? Check the futures market. Big. No, the NASDAQ's okay. Futures market's moving. This is a CFD. The CFDs are frozen. Futures is all fine. So it's not the CME this time. But something's gone wrong somewhere. Futures are still moving. Oh, they got all sorts of problems, haven't they? So NASDAQ's actually pulling back. Actually, it's not pulling back. We're kind of inside bar at the moment. Holding here. Dow is definitely reversing. Mine is moving on RoboForex. Well, this is RoboForex. And so is this. Both of these are RoboForex. Let me just rescan servers. No, I'm definitely frozen. Both accounts. Nothing wrong with the Dow though. That kind of is this weird thing this morning. I mean, I wasn't watching; I was asleep. But that's not normal, is it? Something since that muck up last week, CME. Something's not right with the with data feeds. There's been a lot of prop firms having a lot of problems. So we'll see. that's the NASDAQ. Don't put a sell limit in. So that's the NAS at the moment. So it's pushing back up again. Down. Global Prime, it's okay. Yeah, it's Robo Forex. Yeah, DOW is on CBOT. NASDAQ's on CME, yeah. But this isn't a CME freeze. This is just Robo Forex. Weird. Don't normally get problems on Robo, but this is where you have to like. For me, it's not a problem because I'm streaming. But if you aren't streaming like me, then you might want to just record what's going on because you're going to have to. If this now screams up to target the NASDAQ, yeah, and they don't plot that, and it comes back down again, I'm going to ask them for my profit because they're not honouring my trades. So you have to kind of be a bit careful in situations like this because obviously it is moving, and if they're not feeding the data and you've got live trades in, you want to monitor it and just make sure. I mean, you can use any other price chart. Obviously, the one to use is futures because they're mapping futures. So if the futures price never came down to your stop loss, which is obviously in the market, they haven't got a leg to stand on. But obviously, just be aware. I'm just going to restart this terminal. Afternoon, Brian. My MT4 2 demo accounts were also lagging charts, not moving. Yeah. It happens. Data feeds go down. Where's my terminal not opening now? Okay. Nope, that didn't help. Yeah, it's definitely, it's just literally NASDAQ feed. Let me just try the S&P. See if that's frozen as well. S&P's working. It's literally just the NASDAQ. Is odd. Oh well. Right, so we're pulling back. I'm just going to watch this on the futures basically while we're waiting for them to come back to life. So ever such a slight pullback on the NAS. So we just wick tested previous 5-minute candle there, which is holding, but we are rounding at the top. So see if this is a pullback and continuation. Dow getting absolutely trodden on at the minute. Wow, that's getting slaughtered, the Dow. Look. Where's my stop on that? So back to break even on the Dow. So hoping that we're going to hold this support. Doesn't look like it, does it? This is turning tail and running a mile. Let's see if we've got any strength coming through in the dollar. Not really. Pain. Okay, Nasdaq's trying again, new highs. Dow's at support. That's a hell of a pullback though. So if you still fancy this long, this is where you want to be buying it. Got a big propulsion gap forming here at the moment. So a lot of selling coming in. Buyers getting slaughtered at the minute. Come on, Nasdaq. Come on, Robo Forex as well. Come on, everything. I love it when people come into the Discord group. Someone's just come into the Discord group and gone, any good indicators out there? Boing. Mr. System Hop. Okay, Dow support's holding. Another one on that, seeing as my can't trade Nasdaq. Okay, so it's a nice little rejection going in there on Dow. 2 minutes left on that candle though. New high of the day in Nasdaq. There you go. So Nas is trying hard to get that high taken out, but not massively successful. Accumulating now. Very weird price action today. Okay, so a little bit of a stall out on the Dow at support. So see if that holds. If we get an inside bar on this candle, or we get high, 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 low bull candle, that is potentially the start of that reversal at support. Nasdaq's completely stalled out. Nothing we can do with that. Nas feeling heavy. Yeah, it's feeling heavy. But it's also feeling bullish. Yeah, 50% of these candles are bull. 50% of these candles are bear. 50% of these wicks are to the downside. 50% of the wicks are to the upside. I would say it's a 50-50 shot. So we're holding basically at the highs here. Inside bar forming on the Dow. So sellers have hit a brick wall here. Nasdaq feeds back. Obviously, we're missing candlesticks now, so we've gone from we've missed 10 minutes of candlesticks there. So inside bar. Oh, hang on. There we go. Just trying to break down now. Look. Yeah, new lows on the Dow there. What a mess this is today, eh? Okay, if the Dow's coming down, I would say this is probably going to stall out as well on the Nasdaq, but we'll wait and see what the Nas does. It's holding up really well at the moment, but the Dow's really, really struggling. So I would say it's 50-50 either way at the minute. Nasdaq could well hold up, but the Dow certainly seems very, very strong. Wow. Ninja glitchy too. Must be the Ed 209 data feed. Yeah. Ninja's twitchy, is it? It seems Tradeovate seems okay. But it's weird, isn't it, that the price action on the Nasdaq's just kind of stalled out. All gone sideways, isn't it? Dow got some wicks forming to the downside on the Dow again. This is tricky today. Could go either way, couldn't it? Kind of fancy it long. So this propulsion gap we've got here. At the moment, they're rebuying this on the Nasdaq. So there's definitely buyers there, but there's a very strong resistance they're trying to get through at the minute. So if we break that propulsion, I think we're going to come tumbling down. If we break that high, we're going to pop. So Dow's not making it particularly convincing to the downside either, is it? It's trying really hard, but not getting anywhere either. So there's a lot of buying going on. Absorbing all these sellers at the minute. Okay, coming down on the NAS now. So watching this support, we've just broken this high here. So we've got these little areas here where obviously we've pushed straight through all the sellers here today in Globex. So anyone there that was short is likely flip long now, and they'll be defending this area basically. But we are obviously coming out the back of 2 days worth of disruption. So this could go absolutely anywhere. Just go with the flow basically, and the flow seems to be south at the minute. Same with the NASDAQ. S&P's also coming down. Oof, look at that. Talk about surviving by the skin of your teeth. It's going to stop out. Be very surprised if that doesn't stop out. How am I liking the new house? It's lovely. Very warm. Very warm. Nice. Never bought a new house before, but yeah. Insulation. Up until November, sort of probably about week and a half ago, I've had a fan on in my office because it's so hot in my office. It's peeing down with rain. We've had temperatures at -1 and I've had a fan on. It's that hot. New houses are so well insulated. I came from a 100-year-old house basically. And when it was windy, it basically, you could hear the wind through the house. It was that bad. But now, amazing. Great. Loving it. And obviously, got a 10-year warranty. So anything goes wrong, just gets fixed. I haven't got to spend a penny. Roof falls off, fix it. Walls fall down, fix it. It's great. I love it. Nothing to spend. Trying to get my stop there again. Going to stop out the Dow. Right. I don't know what to do with this today, so I'm going to hold this long. Your guess is as good as mine on that. Where we're going with the Dow today could go anywhere. I mean, I'm still long. Don't know how I'm surviving. It's going to stop out. There we go. We're going to stop out now. Stopped it. What? How did you not stop me out there? You're not heard of spreading the market, Mr. Broker? Fine, I'll take it. So yeah, that's going to stop out. Either that or that's the luckiest wick of the day. If that's the low of the session and this flies, you've seen it here. That is the luckiest trade of the year. It may well be. So yeah, Dow's basically an A-shaped recovery. So there is absolutely no directional bias at all on the Dow so far. The NASDAQ, we literally are just fighting tooth and nail at these highs. Sellers cannot get control. Buyers cannot get control. There's just literally no bias today at all, which I'm very surprised about, seeing as we are like sitting on 2 days worth of orders. I was expecting some big, strong moves today, but just not happening, is it? So give it a bit of time, but I'm just going to hold that long and see if we can break out to the upside. And obviously same with the Dow, but if the Dow does stop out, there is a short play on the Dow. The short on the Dow is basically this low from Thanksgiving, basically. If that gets taken out, there's plenty of downside movement, but it just doesn't seem to know which way it wants to go so far today. This will stop me out. There we go. Stopped out the Dow long. Bloody hell. What a mess. There goes this morning's profit on the DAX. NASDAQ's coming down as well now. It's going to be one of those sessions. It's going to be one of those weeks. This week so far, or last week, was terrible. Absolutely no volume, no direction. But obviously it was Thanksgiving week. But I was hoping we were going to pick something up today, but it's not happening. Never mind. Charts today. Having a super lag day today with this PC. It's just got too many terminals open, I think, today. Right. So no trade triggered so far on the Dow shorts. Gold's come off a double bottom at the moment. So watch this candle. There's a 3-bar reversal going in here on gold, which would indicate more selling on the dollar. Dow looks like it might flip short. Not going to do it, is it? Just thinking about it, I'm really not sure I want to get in short after being this extended. In fact, I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to cancel that short off. I don't want to take a short with after 30 minutes of solid selling. The probability is this is going to pull back. At least if it's going to continue, it's going to pull back, isn't it? So that short there didn't trigger, but I don't really want to get in short after being this extended. 30 minutes solid selling is asking for some kind of profit take on that leg before they take it short if they're going to. So I'm not getting into that short on the Dow. It's asking for a stop out and then continuation. Either that or it's going to double bottom and we're just going to go into rotation for the day. And if we're going to go into rotation for the day, I just don't want to take a short. So scrapping that, don't fancy it. If it goes, it goes. But that's really extended. NASDAQ is also holding up as well, which is making me worry about this because this should be coming down hard with the Dow, and it's not. The Dow is at support. The NASDAQ is holding, which would indicate this is, again, likely to pull back a little bit. So NASDAQ looks like it wants to go long at the minute. These sellers, if this was going to sell off, it would have sold off. They can't get shorts on. Iceberg's holding this up today, so I'm going to hold the long on the NAS and see if we can get that. That's really the only hope for today. And if gold breaks long, there's a trade long on gold on the opening range break, but again, it's just not doing anything, is it? One of those days today. Lots of wicks, no direction. Little bit crap. So I've been more inclined to buy this here on the Dow. So this is just basically the just this low from Thanksgiving, basically. We're at not particularly strong support, is it? Because there wasn't really any volume coming in on that day, but see if it breaks. There we go. So we're just taking out the new lows. There's your new low of the day gone in. If this 5-minute candle closes, there we go. Right. So if this next 5-minute candle is an inside bar or it's kind of got any kind of wick on it, or it's bullish, obviously, I'll be looking at potentially buying this up for a pullback, quick scalp. Try new lows. My focus over Christmas is to get a new website. It's far too slow. Just going to send this system hopper a link. He's asked if there's any good indicators out there. So I'll send him the indicators page. There's a load of good indicators out there. What you should have asked is, anybody teach me how to trade? Anyway. Holding again, the NASDAQ, look. Okay, there's that. Buyers coming in down there on the Dow as well. I'm going to take a quick punt on that. Long. Very low risk. So just hit the buy button basically there. Stop right under that wick. It'll either work or it won't, but we've got 35 minutes of selling now, including this candle. I can't believe this isn't going to have some kind of attempt at a pullback. So we're either going to go into rotation today and we're not going to make any progress in either direction, or we're going to pull back and then continue short. And I'm just looking for something out of that pullback if it happens. This is holding up as well. So market does not really, it feels heavy, but it's not looking heavy, is it? Come on, Dow. A little pullback. Double bottom potentially holding on gold. Got an inside bar and another rejection wick going in on gold. Gold really looks like it wants to run those highs again. Can't believe it's going to, but if you look at it, where we are at the moment, we've just taken out the high from November this morning, and we're holding here. So looks like it wants to potentially try and have another go at that high, but after a run of that size, I would have anticipated a bigger pullback than a 38 retracement. But it's holding up very, very well. This dollar is dead in the water at the moment, which is helping prop that price up. For God's sake. Right, I'm done for the day. I'm not giving any more money away today. It's not happening. This is all over the place. There's no market structure. You can't get into anything. So I'm just going to let it go, basically. So dead in the Dow. Gold, I will take a long. NASDAQ, I will take a no, not even going to get a short on the NAS. So that's it, done for the day. It's going to be a lost day today. If that stops out, obviously, if this NASDAQ does recover, then we're right in propulsion at the moment. It's just broken straight through it, so I doubt it will. But if it does recover, that'll be the day. Recovered back to break even, basically. Actually, it'll be a profit on the day because we'll be up at 300, so be up 200 if the NASDAQ breaks long. Other than that, waste of time. There's no price action to read. It's just parabolic up and parabolic down. Thought it was Cyber Monday, not Broker Monday. Yeah. Brokers need to get all their money back. They lost loads when all the feeds went wrong, I would imagine. So they're after you today. It's just a weird day, isn't it? It is a weird day because you're coming off the back of 2 days of break. There's a lot of orders to go through the market today. And it's just, weird price action, isn't it? Like half an hour green, half an hour red. What comes next? You don't get half an hour red, half an hour green normally, do you? It's just not normal, is it? So when it's not normal, you can't really trade normally. Therefore, it's just about applying risk to the market. hindsight, should have waited for that candle to close and should have waited for some bulls to enter the market, but it did look like it. Look at this NASDAQ again, look. Crazy. Here comes the pullback in the Dow. There's the double bottom on gold holding. But not really interested today. It's one of those days you've got to be super, super, super patient, because you've got to wait for some price action to actually confirm what might be happening. And it's one of those days where it will just take ages to do anything, and then it will take off. And if you're not in the market when that takes off, you just take stop after stop. Frustrating conditions. So long on that. That'll get me break even. Done. Right, I'm back on Friday. And we'll have a look at obviously how the week's gone. There's lots of news trading opportunities which we went through this morning, although the market is a little bit sort of in shell shock with this dollar at the moment. They're not quite sure what to do with this dollar news, I don't think, because we've had such a long break without any news. So your main opportunities this week are the Swiss franc on Wednesday. We got CPI numbers which are forecast to go negative. If they go negative, the market is going to assume that there's a 0.25% drop going into negative figures for the Swiss. So they'll probably sell the Swiss off. So that is probably the most impactful news event we've got this week. We've got we're out of sync with non-farm payroll now. Let me just see what Forex Factory's got in for Friday. Yeah, so we've got this weird thing now where it's the wrong week. I'm on the wrong week. Yeah, so we got this weird thing now where the ADP non-farm employment change is out of sync with non-farm payroll. So we normally get that on a Wednesday, and then we get the unemployment rate from the US on the Friday. That's not happening anymore. I don't know how they're going to get these two back into sync. So we've got the unemployment rate for the CAD. This is historically the day we get the unemployment rate for the US. They both come out at the same time. We're missing that figure again. So something, I don't know what they're going to do with this news, how they're going to catch the news back up again. But markets are really jittery around the dollar at the minute. There's no faith in the dollar whatsoever. The numbers we're getting coming out for the dollar aren't particularly great. So it's one of those things at the moment, you know, we're just getting hammered a little bit with news, and I think the markets are just jittery. There we go. NASDAQ's taking back off again. But yeah, markets are jittery. Inside bar on the Dow. So just be careful, because I think we're going into December, and I just get the feeling there's blood in the water at the moment. The markets are looking for a bear market to start. All these markets are stalling out on the higher time frames at the moment. So we've had that massive bear run, which has taken us below the 72 moving average for the first time in a long time. And they smell a bear market. We're overdue a bear market as well. So, you know, it's one of those, this could be it. This could be the start of it. I say we're overdue a bear market. You've got to ignore the Trump effect. Obviously, that was all caused by Trump getting in. So obviously, as you remember, he ignored all of that and took credit for this. But yeah, it's looking to me like if you take the Trump out of the equation, yeah, we've had a couple of month bear runs, of which this is potentially one, but we haven't had a proper correction for a long time. So we're due a decent pullback. So maybe this is it starting, but certainly looking like it wants to rally again at the moment, isn't it? NASDAQ. But very tricky. Okay, so there's an inside bar on the Dow. So there's your first sign of life from the buyers just coming on the Dow. Looking at this today, this is probably going to collapse straight back down again, but we'll see. But there's your first sign of potential buyers coming into the market if you're looking for longs. Yeah. John Wick would be proud. Smacks the market one direction, then the other. Yeah. That's the question, isn't it? Now where's he going to smack it? I don't want to know. I'm not interested today. I'm going to hold this NASDAQ and then we'll see where we go from there. Right, so back on Friday, same time. No, not same time at all. On Friday, we're back for the London session. So we'll be trading the DAX on Friday. So if you are members, obviously you can come into the New York session on Friday. We'll obviously go through everything to do with FX, all the position trading account, all the usual stuff, members Q&As, and any other business, basically. So, all right, so have a good day. Have a good week if I don't see you otherwise, and I will see you next time.
Click, clack, charts attack, candlesticks, they spark the track. Leave move silent, market crack. Profit stack, no turning back. Opening range, that's the game. Breakout hits, never the same. Algorithms play, but he rewires the frame. Banks whisper his name. Flipping forex, indices flex, numbers dance. What's coming next? Green lights flash, P&L stretch. Risk managed, he never sweats. Westpac buzz and traders peep. Lessons deep, no time to sleep. Market's a beast, Lee's got the leash. Feast at the feast, his game's elite. Market structures is domain. Leads the king, they know his name. Breakout sharp, he fuels the flame. Trading charts is not a game. Pip by pip, he stacking high. Mean reversion, banks comply. Leads the reason markets run. Leads the reason markets run. Candles lit, wicks on fire, spread so tight the stakes get higher. Institutional flow, he's the supplier. Positions held till charts retire. Data feeds, news he reads, Fibonacci maps the seeds. Supply demand his mind exceeds. Trades ignite like lightning speed. Stop loss tight, take profit wide. Leads precision, unmatched drive. Liquidity pools, banks coincide. Retail's blind, leads the guide. Charts unfold, the stories told. Entry bold, accounts in gold. Trade by trade, the wins are sold. Market alchemy, legends mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run.
Digital sheen, open in a range. His weapon so keen. He's the structured trader, a market machine. Bank moves, he mimics, he plays their game. In mirror fashion, glory is his claim to fame. Market structure king, watch him do his thing.
charts. Yeah, watching the flow, candles rise up, then they drop down low. Pips in his pocket, he's stacking it tall. Market structure trader, he's got it all. Open and range, it's the key to the game. Breakout moves, profits calling his name. Market structure leads the king.